Like lesson 9. Now last time we talked about the writing, how traditional characters have now moved to simplified characters in most parts of China. From now on, I probably will stick to a lot of pinyin because the characters will be in my downloads. They're a little bit more time consuming to write, and I figure check out the textbook, check out the downloads. You will, if you really want practice with that. But as far as communication goes, we will stick with pinyin since we have mastered pinyin here with Chinese with Mike. Okay, so first, you'll probably hear this a lot in the future. Warning. If you tell somebody you're studying Chinese, or you can speak Chinese, guess what the first question's going to be?
Say something in Chinese.
Okay, and what are you going to say? You're probably going to say, Ni hao, which means hello. Ni hao. First two characters here. Ni hao. Ni again means you. Hao means good. So just saying ni hao by itself is hello. You good? Ni hao. So now I'm going to introduce this new word, very important word here, ma. Now notice what it doesn't have. It doesn't have a tone mark. This is called the neutral tone. We usually think of the 4 tones in Chinese, but there are a few words that don't have a tone mark at all, and this one is one of the most important. Ma, ma. So again, we knew ma, ma, and ma. But now we have the neutral tone, ma. This is important because it makes a statement a question. We don't need to change the grammar. We just need to add ma to make it a question. So now instead of saying hello, now I'm saying literally, you good? Question. You good? How are you? It means how are you? Ni hao ma. Ni hao ma. Say that with me. Ni hao ma. Okay, great. So again, ma is very important because we can ask questions. Very simple. Just ni hao ma. Okay, now one thing that a lot of the books say, and so I'm going to share it with you, is when you have 2 words in a row and they're both third tone, as in here, ni, third tone, hao, third tone, you make the first one a second tone. You change it to second, so actually it becomes ni hao. To be honest with you though, especially when you're speaking in context, people know kind of the environment, the situation of the conversation. If you just say them quickly in both in third tone, ni hao, really nobody knows the difference and people understand you. So I wouldn't freak out about it, but just in case you're going to call me out on the 2 third tones in a row, I need to make the first one a second tone, I'm letting you know. So when you can, think of it as making the first one a second tone. Ni hao, ni hao. Again, the question then, what do I add? Ma. Ni hao ma. Ni hao ma. Now to answer, the word I. Wo. U o. Wo. So again, in pinyin originally this was u, o, wo, but the u and the o cannot stand by themselves. We need to make the u a w, that whole consonant thing. So, wo, I, wo. Hun means very, and how. I very good, literally. They omit the word am, the be verb, which I will explain later, but for now, just understand, I very good means I'm fine. It sounds like you're much more fine than maybe you are, but I'm fine, I'm well. 我很好. 我很好. So here, I have a third tone, and a third tone. So technically, I will make this one second tone, so I have 我很好. Say that with me. 我很好. I'm very well. So let's practice this first piece of conversation, the one you will use the most, I promise. 你好, 你好, 你好吗？我很好。One more time. 你好，你好，你好吗？我很好。Then I tack on to be polite. 谢谢. Thank you. Now, 谢谢, the first one, the first 谢 is fourth tone. 谢. The second one is neutral. So again, it's just that bop. 谢谢. 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 Not shui shui, not shi shi, but 谢谢. So we got 西一耶谢. 谢谢. So, let's review. 你好. 你好. 你好吗? How are you? Adding the question. You good? Question. You good? How you doing? 我很好. I'm very well. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm good. 你好吗? 我很好. 谢谢. And that's the end of the conversation. You walk away and you never talk again, right? Stick around for more Chinese with Mike and I will get to more stuff. But for now, let's take this conversation one step further. What if I want to say, and you? Because usually when someone asks you how you are, it's polite to say, well, and you, how are you doing? You could just say, 你好吗? 我很好. 你好吗? And ask the other person the same question. But a shorter way to do that is writing 你 and then another little sort of a question word, 呢. 呢. Neutral tone, just like 嘛, 呢. 你, this means you, like and you. And you tell me your side of whatever we're talking about. So, for example, if I want to say like, I want to eat hamburger today, I'd say, 你呢? And you? How about you? Do you want to eat hamburger or do you want to eat chicken? What? So here, in this context, it simply means and you. How are you? Example, 你好, hello. 你好, hello. 你好吗? 我很好. 你呢? I'm very well. And you? 我很好. I'm very well too. Great. End of conversation. See you later. Hope you meet again. So, now let's tack in one more little word for you. If I ask you how you are, hey, how are you? You'd say, I'm fine. And you? You might say, I'm fine too. Or I'm also okay. Also, the word also or too. Now here, I tack it in right here. Now I know this board's getting a little messy, but I promise on the downloads in the chapter, which I recommend you print out and use to follow along, this will all be nice and neat. Right now, I'm just kind of doing this spontaneously, so bear with me. 我 yeah, third tone, that's also. I also very good. I also very well. I'm well too. I'm fine too. So let's practice that. 我 I yeah also 很 very how well or good. So 我也很好. 我也很好. So let's go through the whole conversation. 你好. 你好. 你好吗? 我很好. 你呢? 我也很好. I'm very well too. 谢谢. I hope this makes sense. I will explain soon in the next lesson why we don't need that word am. But for now, I just want to give you some basic question words that you're going to hear all the time. And I want to explain again. 吗 makes something a question. I'm a teacher. Who remembers my name? You. Mike 老师. Good. I 是 am Mike 老师. And I'll explain that 是 next time. The word am, or it could be are, or it could be is. 我是 I am Mike 老师 Mike 老师 So one more little practice with pinyin. How would I write 老师 L ao lao Shi like the English word sure. So 老师 lao shi. Okay, so for example, if I ask a question here, 你好吗? 你好吗? You good? How are you? Now if I want to ask, are you a teacher? I would say 你 you 是 are. So you are 老师吗? And I have to tack on that ma to make it a question. So 你是老师吗? Are you a teacher? Then I'd say 我是老师. I am a teacher. So again, this word 是 I'm going to get into in lesson 10, which is coming at you soon. Catch you later. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on the website, ChineseWithMike.com. And